Hey y'all, welcome back to Surgeons Low Budgets, and today we're going to do the debt confession for quarter one. It may be like a week or so late, but that's okay. But today we're going to be doing that, so.
Don't forget about me.
And in addition to mine will be my boyfriend, so let's get it. Alrighty, so the way we're gonna do this is that I'm gonna start off with one, then we'll throw it to my boyfriend, and they'll throw it back to me, and then we'll kind of go from there and there. That way you get both of our debts going at the same time. So, in my previous debt confession, I had filled this entire thing. I had all these debts, but now I've gotten rid of three. Not three on the list, but three in total. Two of them are on the list. One came later, but regardless. So we're going to go with my smallest one. I have all my notes over here, so ignore this little chunk that you can see. But we will go with my lowest here, which is my Victoria's Secret credit card. My handwriting isn't normally this trash, but I am writing in a hurry because I feel rushed because it's a video. So the amount that I have right now for that one, it has gone down significantly because some fees were removed or something. I don't know. I'm not mad at it. So that is $4.59. I almost said $5.49. My dyslexia is hitting hard today. So that is what the amount is. I think the monthly, yeah. So, what was it? So when I paid off my Credit One balance, the payment from that, it was $15 a month, got thrown onto my Victoria's Secret. So now the monthly payment for this is $30 instead of $15. And the interest rate on that is 10%. Now, go to my boyfriend's first debt. Take it away, babe.
Hey, y'all.
Also, excuse my terrible nails. Thanks for reminding me. My nails look terrible because I don't have any nails on.
I did not remind you of that.
No, but you doing this did.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, so I've never done this before, but I'm going to kind of go through. My first one is actually a two-parter. So my biggest, words are hard.
Words are hard, especially when you start recording, huh?
So, what did you call it? The type of debt when it's not like vehicles or property.
Oh, it's consumer debt.
Oh yeah, there we go. So I think my biggest consumer debt that didn't actually pay for anything in material worth value was my Best Buy credit card. So, but I'm gonna break that into two parts. So I'm gonna put in Best Buy, and it's only on one credit card, but I have part of it as 0% no interest financing for 2 years and a additional balance from being dumb. So I'm going to put that on here. So I'm going to do the no interest one on the bottom. And for the amount that I have for the ones with interest is $3,630.44 with the eye-watering interest rate of 29.9%. I wrote that in the monthly payment. I'm dumb.
We can fix that.
Can we? Look at you. You're all prepared.
It looks like dog shit, but it's okay. You'll have to bleep that.
All right, so 29.9% interest rate, and my monthly payments for these is a minimum of $187 for the two combined, but I basically put $300 in, so I'm just going to say that I do $150 per, just to make it nice round numbers. So I'm going to put $150 in for both of these real quick. I am probably really awful, and people are cringing crazy right now.
That's your handwriting?
No, just my pace and cadence. Yeah. So the amount that I have in for 2-year no interest financing, which I believe still has like 22 months left on it, 21 months left on it or something.
It's probably closer to like 19.
Really?
Yeah.
Was it that long ago? Well, That was $6,283.60. And obviously the interest rate is 0. So love to see that. And back to you.
So the next lowest one for me is my Chase credit card, and that total is $506.63. That minimum payment is, oh, now I know what it is. Okay. So with the the consolidation program that I went through, they do the snowball debt method for you, basically. So they take what you were paying on a different card, and when you pay that off, they throw it onto the other one. I thought they threw it on the Victoria's Secret one. No, that one's always been 30, but they threw the 15 onto this one, which I think, yeah, it was 33 on my Chase before, so now it's 48. So that one's going to get paid down faster now because that is the way that it is now. But you're probably wondering why all my credit cards are 10%. That's just because of the consolidation program. They handled that. They were like what his is. So don't think I have better credit just because my interest rates are lower. It's like, no, I tapped out and had somebody fix it for me. Okay, back to you.
Yeah, and so my next credit card is going to be Bank of America. And this was actually a balance transfer from another card that was 16 months at the time when I did it. Or, no, it was 18 months at the time I did it. I don't know why I said 16. That's such a weird number.
I don't know.
But that was also for $3,620, and I can't handwrite at all. Handwriting's hard. And then my monthly payments for that are the credit card's minimum 40 with another 0% interest rate. So, like to see that, but that's not going to last forever.
Unfortunately. So then my next one is United. And if you guys watched my first debt confession, you know that this is my least favorite debt that I have. I'm going to write collections on here. Because instead of a credit card, it is collections. It does not have interest, which is nice. But this is for my ex-husband's dental bill, and I hate it with a burning, fiery passion that I have to pay for it. But they went after me, unfortunately, and so I have to pay for it. So that one gets $25 a month. I'm going to add dollar signs so it looks cohesive and fancy. But yeah, this is the only 0% interest one that I do have, thankfully. But yeah, I hate it with a fashion. Burning passion.
Very fashionable.
You're very fashionable. I love you. Back to you.
So now we're getting into my loans. These are the 2 credit cards I have. So I'm going to go with my smallest loan first. And this is going to be a personal loan that was basically for paying back my father money that he had lent me when I was quite a bit younger. And it was originally a $10,000 loan that I took out to give him back. Right now it's at $5,874, and that has a $220.07 monthly payment at an 11.5% interest rate.
Oof, that's rough. So the next I have my Cabela's card, which I was just telling my coworkers that I'm with paying off debt and everything like that, I got this card almost 9 years ago when I first bought my first Pew Pew, and I'm still paying it off. That's kind of sad when you look at it that way, but I swear shame is part of paying off debt in a faster fashion, so I feel like it kind of has to be that way. And so that total is $913.43. And once I'm done filling all mine out, I will show or tell you guys how much it's gone down since my first debt confession. See how much I've paid off since then. This one is $28 a month, and this one is, I think it's technically 9.9%. I think all my Capital One ones, which Cabela's is underneath Capital One, are all 9.9. All right, on to you, sir.
And the next smallest loan that I have is actually needing a smidge of a backstory. About a year and a half, almost 2 years ago, we had some really nasty storms roll through the area, and a tornado physically picked up the roof off my house and dropped it. So I needed insurance to pay for it. Insurance only covered half. So I needed a loan to pay for the other half of the damage. So I'm just going to call this my roof loan. And my roof loan is still sitting at a $13,404 with a monthly payment of $123.79, and this has got a 6.99% interest.
I swear she's real, and she's just as annoying as ever. She hates being picked up. Anyways, oh, that's actually a nice interest rate. This is the first I'm really seeing all of his finances all written out, so this is kind of like a learning thing. All right, so we did Cabela's, now it's Capital One. I have two of them, so I'm going to write down Capital One number 1 and Capital One number 2 to keep them separate. Okay, so this one is $1,312.43. And the minimum is $40 for this one. And like I said, I think they're all 9.9% interest. So, yes. Since I have that one written out, I'm just going to write down that one too. They're pretty comparable in amount. I think last time I did this, they were like only a couple cents off. But now this one is a little bit more than the other one. But, oh well. It's all debt anyways, right? All right, your turn.
And now this is going to be one where you had mentioned I had a good interest rate. If you thought that one was good, take a look at my next one. So the loan that I have for my truck is absolutely legendary. First off, though, I have $40,633 left on the note, with a monthly payment of $615 flat. But my interest rate is 1.49%.
Woo! That interest rate is real nice, but that payment hits hard. I couldn't survive if my Jeep payment was that high, but that interest rate. We'll get into my interest rate here in a hot minute. Literally the next thing. So I have my Jeep loan. And that total is $11,288.10. The monthly payment for it is $338.41, and the interest rate on it I think is like 8.4%. Now, in my last video, a lot of people were telling me to sell my Jeep. Sorry, not gonna do it, because I have plans for debt payoff. For the year 2024, I will have my Jeep completely paid off, all $11,288 completely paid off by February of next year. So within a year, I'll have it paid off. I'm not going to go through all the rigmarole of selling it to buy a cheapo car that I'm going to spend just as much money every month keeping it going. So, keeping my Jeep.
Especially when this guy is the warranty.
Exactly.
And so my last and biggest one is my mortgage. And I actually got a really good deal on a VA loan. My handwriting is still awful. But my balance is $180,894 with a monthly payment of $1,182 dead. But that $1,182 also includes escrow, insurance, and all the additional taxes. So that's pretty good. And my home mortgage is 2.375% interest.
It's a lot better than the 8 or 9s I've heard of other people's house loans nowadays. So I will add in my last one while you calculate all that up. My last one is student loans. I was not one of the lucky ducks that had it forgiven over the last, month or so, or however long. And it is at $23,052.75. And the monthly payment for these are $172.99. I don't know why they couldn't just add the extra penny, but God forbid. And these range anywhere between, I think, 3.2% to 6.1%. I can't quite remember. But, so for my total, basically, is, I had it written down. Where did you go? There it is. So my total is $39,411.36. I am gonna need the calculator to figure out how much I pay in a month, but I could just figure out. Oh, I know roughly what it is. $748 is what I end up paying every month. That's what I have budgeted out for my debt in my, budget binder. That's what it ends up roughly being. But, so, as a total of what it has gone down from, my previous amount of debt from my first debt confession was $41,863.61. And I've written down on each one how much I've paid off completely. This should be like the actual total instead of zero. Because I paid off my credit one card, I paid this Sanford bill, and I paid this Sanford bill. So I have paid over that dang piece of paper. I've paid over $2,452.25 in debt since my first debt confession. So I'm going to go with, that's a heck of a win in a couple months, y'all. I am pretty stoked about that. That made me feel a little bit better. Because debt is no joke, man. How'd you do, baby?
For this?
Yeah.
I don't know what you mean by that.
As far as your calculating goes.
Oh, I'm done.
Okay.
And also, I'm going to put it on the screen. Our total together is $293,751.36.
As a couple, that is what our debt is together. So it's quite a heft. We have huge goals to pay this off in the next couple years and just kind of attack it best we can. We live what my boyfriend likes to call a Spartan light lifestyle. We really don't go out that often. I mean, we went out more this last week than we have since we took our vacation in June.
It's true.
So we went to 2 different Stampede games, which is hockey, if you're new to my channel, and then we also went to a concert for his birthday. And that's the most we've gone out in well over 6 months. And so obviously it doesn't happen often. So we live a lifestyle that, we eat somewhat healthy. I cook at home all the time. We hardly ever eat out. We don't really, I don't frivolously spend too much past what I'm allowed to. I don't know what you do with your time and your cards, but with how you said earlier that half of the balance is you being dumb, I'm going to go with sometimes you don't spend your money the wisest.
I'm going to blame this one on our vacation because of the hotel snafu.
Yeah, we did have a hotel snafu. Locations changed. We did not realize it until 2 weeks before our vacation, so we had to swap things. I paid for the hotels originally, but because I couldn't get my money back because I booked them so far in advance using third parties, I couldn't get the refunds for the money, unfortunately. So then he had to cover it so we could still go on our vacation. I eventually paid him back, but...
And the other 5 loans here, I don't really consider as being stupid. This was a split between buying equipment for work and appliances for the house that we had agreed on. And then these were all loans that were necessity. I was trying to do right by my father. I needed a vehicle because my car blew up. And I like a place to live. That 3630 is basically just me being... dumb over a prolonged period of time. Oh, hey, wow, I am actually stupid.
No, you're not. It's silent.
I was looking at the page, writing the number down beforehand. I have it there on the page.
It's okay. Being on camera, I swear, makes you just like forget everything that you've ever learned in your life. But so yeah, together we have $293,751.36 in debt. And I'm hoping and praying we can get it paid off in the next
3 years.
3 years? Okay, we're going for 3 years. Also, I would like to say that this was his idea. I'm not being a meanie, okay? I could use a different word, but I am not being either that word or a meanie, okay? He told me to write it there. But anyways.
Let's be fair, though. Compare these two numbers and
yeah, but I don't have a house.
Okay, you take 180 off of that. It's still double yours.
But then your pickups were... Okay, we did this before. We didn't argue about it, but we took just our credit cards. And it's pretty comparable, I think, if I remember correctly. Or I had more than... Oh, we took...
And then if you include the student loans with the personal loan and roof...
Yeah, that's what we did. We took away the house and our vehicle loans, and we have the pretty similar to the same amount of debt, basically. So,
I think we're off by like $500.
Something like that. But yes, so that is the debt confession for this first quarter. I'm already excited knowing that I paid almost $2,500 of my debt off in the last 3 months. Because I think I did my debt confession in October, so maybe it's been... Well, this is like, what, the 4th of February? 5th?
5th.
Yeah, it's the 5th of February. So, it's been like a full 3 months of a quarter. 4? I don't know. I was supposed to do it in January. Doesn't matter. Anyways, I'll be excited to see my quarter 2 check-in and his quarter 1 check-in in 3 months. But yes, thank you for joining us today.
And I hope you have a
fantastic, magical day whenever you see this. And thanks for joining us in this little bit of a surprise video. All right, y'all. Have a fantastic, magical day. Bye.